Maxwell to do the honors. And we're underway from Philadelphia. Fielded at the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
They're on the 24-yard line.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10.
18 Rattlers.
First play is to the air. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. We felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Only need the smallest little bit of yardage here. It is 2nd and inches. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Give him 5 on the play, and that's good for an Eagles first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. First down, and they go right back to it. He's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. That'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
First down from the 42.
19 Tiger. Reno, let's go. 19 Tiger. Check, hurt, go.
Here's another carry for Barkley. He'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit. He's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Bronco, Buffalo 18. 19 tight. 79 Broncos.
This time it's a passing play. Escapes the pocket. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. Nothing to speak of after that catch as the completion gets him down to the 21. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Cougar 19. Panther 6.
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. Defense wise to that call there. Receiver wrapped up for no gain. 3rd down coming up.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Steelers' 21-yard line.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Barkley trying this up the gut. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Goal at the 5-yard line.
Solid opening drive so far, Brock. Few chances to cap it here. This is 1st and goal.
Come on, come on. Set Cowboy 80. Viking 18. 79.
Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump. And, well, they got one of them to move that time.
Ready, ready.
Well, the jumpiness cost him 5. 1st and goal, a little bit tougher here.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
They'll run here following the penalty. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you foul it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. I'll try again with Barkley. He pushes them a little closer to the 3.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call, because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots, let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
Just need 3 now to find the end zone on this first possession. It's 3rd and goal. He's dropping back to throw. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles finish up an excellent opening series. Dalton Kincaid with a touchdown. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? Well, it sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
One after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready.
Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's go.
Drive begins with a run by Johnson. This is tough running in this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
19. Ready. 50. Ready.
Here's Johnson again. And looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Brought down by Jahan Campbell. Working quickly here.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Trap the 50. Trap the 50. Trap 50. Trap 50.
Here he is on 3rd and short. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. And partner, I think we just got to look at what's going to be one of their biggest challenges in this one, operating quick enough to neutralize that pass rush.
That's right. And I know it's very, very early, obviously the opening drive, but hits like that compounds. That's why defenses stress it each and every week to get after the quarterback, because hits like that can have an effect throughout.
And it sails out of bounds. That's a good kick. Got all the way down to what looks like the 10-yard line before leaving the field. Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. They work against the blitz. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Barkley off the pistol give. Hop on the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
3rd down, they need 7.
70 Timberwolves.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. The Eagles are in punt formation. And this will come from just inside his end zone. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. Takes this in at the 25. When he can't evade the coverage team for much, they stop him before he gets really anything on that return.
At their own 29-yard line.
On the double.
Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Pack to 60. Pack to 60. Hot 70. Hot 70.
Receiver in motion. He's headed right. Working on 1st down. Going with a screen to Johnson. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So while they're in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our 1st quarter. It's the Eagles soaring to an early lead. We'll return to the link right after this. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They have 2nd down behind the sticks.
Ranger.
They'll send a receiver left.
Ready.
Working now from the gun. It's a man downfield. It's Pittman. He is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
To throw here on 1st down. Batted away at the line, incomplete. He didn't put it high enough to get it over that line. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and
You know, most pass rushers really don't get enough credit for how well they read those quarterbacks. As he was fighting his blocker, kept his eyes on the ball, and he timed it perfectly to get a hand up in the throwing lane and force the incompletion.
It's Johnson on second down. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Here we go. Set. 60 even. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Bronco 80. Buffalo 18.
Throw here, 3rd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
The offense is not coming off this field. They're trying it on 4th and 7.
79 Bronco 80. Cup 19. Cup 19.
They're going to try to throw for it. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on down.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Airing it out to start this drive. To the left, that's pulled in by Golden. And this is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after it.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Get it.
Straight ahead. Here's Barkley. Next snap coming inside the red zone, Brock. He picks up 9 on the play.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you'll really break the backs of a defense.
Running for the marker on 2nd. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
70.
3rd and short here, trying to pass. Challenges, double coverage, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker picks it off. And the Steelers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
I don't know about you, but I'm a little surprised that one didn't make it all the way back for 6. Took some amazing effort from the guys making the tackle to save a touchdown, but still an outstanding return from a defense that sensed they needed the big play, and they found it.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Cowboy 80. Cowboy 80. Ready.
Well, come out throwing. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So that brings up 2nd down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
60. Go.
2nd and 10, and they'll stick to the air. This one found by a defender instead and knocked away. Back-to-back passes failing to connect, Brock. It's 3rd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate. That was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
60 Vikings. 60 Vikings.
Third and long for him here. Finds Johnson out of the backfield. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio. This guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
This is Metcalf working that right side. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Okay, ready?
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 70 Cardinal 80.
Now an inside give to Johnson. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
Looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Jeanette. Let's go. Panther 6.
They'll run with Johnson. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. More football from the link coming up in just a moment.
Got it. Ready?
They'll try again from the 4. It's 2nd and goal.
7, 10.
Johnson. How about this? He can't even get past the line of scrimmage. No challenge for the end zone here.
Taken down behind the line of scrimmage. The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
Cardinal 80. 19 tight. 19 tight. Trap 60. Trap 60. Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! Go!
From the gun on 3rd down. He has the catch. Gets both feet in. That's a touchdown. The Steelers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first.
And wow, Brock, this one is no good. He has been automatic so far this season, but for the first time here, he whiffs on that extra point. So after the missed extra point, he's still out there, and he's going to put it back in play. Returnable from the 1. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Panther 11. Panther Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ready.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Still 10 to go. It's second down now from the 26.
Let's go now.
Pass play now. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked up by Dante Kent. And the Steelers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Now, they've still got the lead, Brock, but they've been unable to find any separation, and now a couple of drives in a row have ended with interceptions.
Might not have cost them the lead quite yet, Gabe, but you just know this offensively. Like, you just continue to make mistakes, errors, turnovers. You give your opponent life. That's not the place you want to be.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Ready! Viking 18!
They'll throw to begin this drive. Gets it to him on the screen. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Here's a quick pass, cut outright. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run.
18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals. Warriors 70. 18, Pioneer.
Third down from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. Facing fourth down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. It's a 33-yard look from the right hash. It's no good, an easy kick, but he hangs it right. And they fail to claim that lead. They're still down by a point.
You would think the kickers should be automatic from anything inside of 40 yards, but I guess that could serve as a little gentle reminder you can never take any kick for granted. So many things have to go right each time for it to be up and good.
Get it! 18, check, check. Ready?
Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10.
Panthers 60, Panthers 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Austin makes the grab downfield. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them the first down.
Ready, set.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
2. 70 Lions. Cowboy 80. Let's go.
Now they're going to throw out of the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. Short pickup on the play to about the 40. It was Reed Blankenship making the stop.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be third down.
No gain on the play.
19 tight. 19 tight. Cup 19. Cup 19 Lions.
Pittman, the man in motion left.
Ready, right?
They'll air it out on third. Going all the way to the end zone here. And he will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take the lead right away in half number 2. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
The Steelers leaving their offense on the field. We got a 2-point conversion coming up.
60 Vikings. 60 Vikings. Ready.
Keeping it on the ground. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails.
Eagles 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes first and 10.
Cowboy Lions.
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. That sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Going to the ground again on first. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
All right, here we go. Second down.
60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. Ready. Hawk, set.
Rolling from the gun here. Escapes the pocket. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Pete, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down.
Ready. Ready.
Here he goes. Third and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Incomplete.
Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that brings up 4th and long. So out now comes the punter. And he drives this into the pouring rain. That's taken on the 7. And he gets him what he can, but still pretty deep in their own territory starting out.
At their own 14-yard line.
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10.
18 Cardinals. Here we go. Here we go.
Give now to the running back. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play. But it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Next winner. 18, 5 in. Go.
They're going to try and throw it here. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Became Metcalf, the intended receiver. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Go. Ready, ready.
They'll throw 3rd and long. This finds its target. That's Metcalf. And he's going to be brought down up at the 31. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
We've set it downs for him from the 31.
Pat the 50. Pat the 50. Ready.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Looking for Michael Pittman Jr. on that throw. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Get it. Ready.
He's going to throw it again. Diving, it looks close. They say he caught it. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
A gain of 18 on the play.
In motion right is Metcalf. They are throwing it again. Going with the screen to Johnson. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
I know coordinator, quarterback, don't be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Ready. Get up.
Here's the handoff. And they'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Goes to the hurry up here.
48-yard line. And it's 3rd down.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Gets it downfield on target to Metcalf. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage at really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Come on, come on. Set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's the Steelers with the ball. They're leading, but not by a lot. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Let go.
Here's the one back on the handoff. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
18 Bradley. Go.
To the air on 3rd and long. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. So here's Chris Boswell in a high-pressure spot. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder.
47-yard attempt.
Tracking for it, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
As much as that can help them breathe just a little easier on the scoreboard, it doesn't take away now any of the tension this defense is feeling. They're going to need to step up, come through with a stop right here.
Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Ready. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Airing it out to start this drive. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23.
Great, set. And anyone,
Here's the backup. 1st throw. Short pass brought in. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll go from the gun with Barkley. He's going to keep his balance long enough to get ahead for a gain of 5. Minute 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to and keep them from piling on those yards.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
63, 6, pound up, Yeti. 110.
Now Hurts on 3rd and long. That's caught for the 1st. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. How about that play, Brock. On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
First down, a run with Barkley. And he's stopped after ripping off an 8-yard chunk. It's 2nd down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
At the 30-yard line.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game. Could make the hookup with Matthew Golden. And now it's 3rd and short.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered gate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Here comes play number 8 of the drive, 3rd and 1.
Great, set. On anyone, huh? Hey!
He'll throw it. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, shouldn't let that one go. It's intercepted. Buda Baker picks it off. And the Steelers regain possession as he makes the 30th interception of his career. Oh, man, I'm having to hold my partner back after this one. Captain Fundamental not happy that he didn't take the time to stop and get set before delivering that football. Gotta think that in part led to the turnover.
Yeah, Captain Fundamental because I couldn't run. Kind of like Tom Brady, right? But he's the essence of it. He's the GOAT. Why? Because he sets his feet. He's so fundamentally sound. The chance of interception so much higher when your fundamentals are no good.
It's okay, partner. It's gonna be okay.
19 tight. 19. Come on. Set. 70 Timberwolves.
On first down, they'll run. And he manages to find a little traction on that surge field as he fights forward for a couple. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Cowboy 80. Panther 60. 18, Pioneer.
Receiver in motion, going left. He's going to throw it. This is Metcalf working that right side. And this one's going to wind up less than a yard from that first down marker, Brock. Clay gets it up to the 43.
Okay, ready.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches.
18 Cardinal. Ready.
He's back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Move the chains! You gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Steelers leading by 8. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Get it. Bronco 80. Ready, right?
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. This is tough running in this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger. Bronco 80. Ready.
They're going to pass it here. Completed to his running back. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Touchdown will put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal.
Tag! Panther 60! Panther 60!
They'll try and punch it in. And he's stopped just a little short of the goal line. He's down to the 2. It's a pickup of 5, and that brings up 2nd and goal.
That run now has put them in such a great spot, Kate. You get a run like that inside the 1st and goal situations, there's a whole lot of confidence when you break the huddle.
Here we go, here we go. Hawk 7.
And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Set. Go.
They'll run with Johnson. The stand continues. This one doesn't even make it back to the line, Brock, and it sets up 4th and goal. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. So here's Chris Boswell in a high-pressure spot. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Boswell able to knock it through. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
That kick right there, Kate, it was a crucial one that really just caused their odds of winning this game to jump substantially. Now we've got a 2-score game. It really leaves no room for error for this opposing offense as they prepare to take the field.
Starting from the 5. Now bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10.
No touch. No touch.
Shaking off the pick quickly. Who's going to throw? And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now it's 2nd down.
At the 30-yard line.
Hurts now from the gun. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And their final effort is going to hit the ground incomplete, but no reason not to throw it long there, as this game is over. So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. And we know how rain can wreak havoc at any moment on a football field, but they didn't let that stop them today. They played their game, and as a result, they're leaving here with a victory.